Well, the big question is, how do you actually get a huge EIN only business loan from Bank of America with bad or fair credit? So in today's conversation, I want to talk about that. Don't go anywhere. You're going to love the show. I guarantee it. Welcome back, folks, to another edition of the Awesome Sweetie Kiwi Show. How are you today? I hope you're all doing fantastic. I'm doing marvelous, if you were to ask me. If you are doing as great as I am, go grab a cup of coffee or tea or vodka and let's roll. In today's convo, I want to walk you through the step-by-step you need to follow if you want to get a huge EIN only business loan from Bank of America. So we do have a series of steps that you need to think about, and that will help you. So I'm showing you right now the skeleton of the show on the screen. So you have, you need to know Bank of America business loans. You need to create a relationship, meet with a banker, get your act together, explore your options, prepare the loan application, and last but not the least, you need to finalize and file. Step number one, you need to know the typology of business loans offered by Bank of America, EIN business loan. So really, when we talk about EIN business loan from Bank of America's perspective, you have a constellation of products and services. So you have the Business Advantage Credit Line, which is an unsecured line of credit. You have the Business Advantage Term Loan. This is an unsecured term loan. Here you'll receive funds as a one-time lump sum. You have competitive interest rates, no collateral required, and fixed payments over the life of the loan. So in this show, this is the loan that we are talking about. Okay, this is not a show about a line of credit. This is a show about a term loan, an EIN only business term loan. And in this case, at Bank of America, this is called Business Advantage Term Loan. Bank of America also offers commercial real estate, the CRE. Okay, and they have equipment loans also. By the way, for the Business Advantage Term Loan, you can receive as high as $500,000, depending upon the solidity of your application. They also offer secured business lines of credit. They also offer secured business loans, and here usually the loan terms range from 1 year to 7 years in some cases. Okay, so the bottom line here is what? You need to find the right financing for your business. So if you want to get a huge EIN only business loan from Bank of America with bad or fair credit, you got to have a clear idea of what the bank is already offering, from unsecured line of credit and loan to auto loan to secured line of credit and loan to commercial real estate loans to SBA loans and franchise financing. Step number two. We need to start working on establishing a relationship, okay? If your goal is to get a huge EIN loan, business loan from Bank of America with bad or fair credit, you got to give them something back. This got to be a mutually beneficial relationship, okay? So you want to create a relationship with Bank of America. How do you do that? Well, guess what? Bank of America is a financial colossus. They are a financial behemoth in the States and globally, which means that they offer a wide palette of services and products. So what you want to do is you want to create asset accounts. You want to have asset accounts with them. You want to open checking accounts. And you have the Business Advantage Banking. You want to create savings accounts. You have the Business Advantage Savings Account. You have business CD products from Bank of America. You also want to engage with Bank of America in terms of their services. So you want to choose from cash and transaction management solutions designed with business efficiency in mind. So for example, Bank of America offers solutions as diverse as cash management, cash flow monitoring, payroll services, remote deposit, account permissions enabling. So the goal here is what? The goal here is to, if you need, of course, those services, the goal is to actually direct some of your cash flows to Bank of America. In other words, to choose them to handle that part of your business. That way, you are creating a more solid, a deeper relationship with Bank of America, so that when it comes to reviewing your EIN only business loan application, guess what? They will look at the application more favorably. because you're not just a random business owner trying to get a business loan from them. No, you have already established a relationship with them, so they can actually look at their relationship as the foundation for something better in the future, and they will approve you. So you got to think about the credit cards they have also. They have cash rewards card, travel and airlines rewards card, low interest rate cards. Okay. They also offer investing solutions. So small business 401k, individual 401k, SEP IRA, simple IRA. They also have other resources. So the goal here is for you to avail yourself of all the other resources, the products and services that Bank of America already offers, so that you can solidify the relationship with them. You got to have a sturdier, a stronger relationship with Bank of America if you want them to basically approve your huge EIN only business loan, especially and more importantly, if you have bad or fair credit. The third step you want to follow here is you want to meet with a banker. If you do all of this, let's say you just have let's say you start cultivating a relationship by opening an asset account, banking, checking, CD, whatever, and you also know more about the loan typology, but you are not able to meet with the banker, it's not going to work. Because when it comes to huge EIN business loans from Bank of America or from any other big banks, you got to go to a branch. You can't do this remotely. And by the way, do not apply online. This is a killer. This is a huge mistake. Okay, you want to schedule an appointment with a banker, and you want to specify whether or not you want to meet the banker at a nearby financial center, over the phone, or via email. Anyway, I think either way, rather, I strongly recommend, based on our research and based on our own experience, that you want to sit with the person. Don't do this over the phone, especially if you're looking for a huge EIN only business loan. By huge, I'm talking $500,000, $1 million, $5 million. For those amounts, you want to meet face to face. This is very important, okay? And at that meeting, you can discuss a whole constellation of issues. You can talk about liquidity. You can talk about any service that your company needs. So when we talk about liquidity, just don't start asking. So liquidity means what? It means cash management, cash inflow and outflow, right? Do you have enough money to run your business? Do you have enough money to purchase inventory? Do you need money to seize the next deal? Is your business cyclical? What are your inflows and outflows from a financial statement perspective? Actually, to analyze your entire liquidity situation, you don't have to have a PhD in accounting or financial analysis. You can just look at 2 or 3 financial statements, balance sheets, and statement of cash flows. The statement of cash flow is way better because it gives you an idea, a clear idea at that, about the inflows and outflows about your operations, your operating activities, your investing activities, and your financing activities. This is the trifecta that Bank of America bankers will pay attention to when they evaluate your loan application. You also want to discuss at that meeting with the banker, you want to discuss the services that you need. Remember, I just give you a long list of services that Bank of America offers. You want to see which one you might need from Bank of America. Everything from cash management tools to cash flow monitoring to payroll services to remote deposits, all these things. Bank of America, by the way, will be very happy to help you out. And by helping you out, you are solidifying the relationship. And by doing that, you could apply for a business loan later on. Even if you have bad or fair credit, they will still approve you. Step number 4, folks. You want to get your act together. Remember, this show is about how to get a massive EIN only business loan from Bank of America with bad or fair credit. Again, I'm not talking about a small amount here. I'm not talking about 10 grand or 20 grand or 35 grand. No, I'm not speaking about a teeny weeny yellow polka dot bikini loan, a tiny loan. No, we're speaking about a massive business loan. So you need to get your act together. You need to get your EIN if you haven't already, your employer identification number, very important, right? Go to the IRS's website. It takes 5 minutes, 10 minutes maximum. If you have nothing to do on a Saturday afternoon, just go there and just get it done. You get but it's just a number. EIN is just a number. Your employer identification number is just like the social security number of your business. Once you have that, there are a couple of things you need to do. You need to write a business plan. You need to write a compelling business plan so that you can actually convince the Bank of America banker that your business is worth financing. Make sure you have a certification of beneficial owners. You got to take care of licenses and permits, articles of incorporation or articles of organization if your business is an LLC. Remember that if you got to incorporate, folks. When we talk about EIN only business funding, you cannot be a sole proprietorship. A lot of folks get it wrong when they think, oh, well, for EIN, I'll just need to have an EIN. It doesn't matter if I remain a sole proprietorship. No, this is a huge mistake. You know why? Because an EIN, the goal of an EIN is to segregate your personal affairs from your business affairs. So if you have an EIN but you still retain the structure of a sole proprietorship, then you are actually nullifying the effect of the EIN on your business. And on top of that, unless you have a lot of kaching, a lot of moolah, a lot of cash in the bank account, no lender, including Bank of America, is not going to lend you a massive EIN only business loan as an individual. Because the thing they don't tell you in school is that a sole proprietorship it means that you are a one-person business. This is why even if you are a one-person business, you want to incorporate, you want to have a single member LLC. You also want to set up your accounting and take care of your financial statements. Your financial statements must be accurate and they must be part of your business plan, okay? Financial statements, we're talking here about what? A full set of financial statements. The four reports, right? Balance sheets, income statements, statement of cash flows, and statement of owner's equity. I'll be right back right after this. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back, folks, to another session of the Awesome Sweetie Kiwi Show. I'm still having a convo with you about how to get a huge EIN only business loan from Bank of America, especially when you have bad or fair credit. Now, the myth is that if you have bad or fair credit, you cannot get funding from the big banks because those big banks want you to have a high credit score. Like Amex will never give you a credit card, or Bank of America, or Chase, or Wells Fargo, or Citi. This is far from the truth. We have a lot of people here in this country who have filed for bankruptcy multiple times, but still were able to finance their operations. I'm not naming any names here, but everybody knows who I'm talking about. People file for bankruptcy, but they are able to get financing for their real estate, for their business operations. It's all about understanding how the game is played. You gotta have the info. And this is what I'm trying to help you in this. I'm trying to help you do in this conversation. So step number 5, you need to explore your options. Okay, you want to discuss with your banker, with your Bank of America rep. You want to explore your options. What are your options? Let's say you don't qualify for the huge EIN only business loan you were looking for. Can you qualify for something else? Can you qualify for a business line of credit? Obviously, a business line of credit, structurally speaking, is different from a business loan. However, if you need money, money is money, right? Money is money. Cash is cash. So if you don't qualify for one loan, can you qualify for another? Okay, so Bank of America has a lot of lending options, line of credit, small business line of credit. They have SBA funding. They have unsecured line of credit, secure line of credit. So this is the kind of conversation you need to have with the banker, because the banker has more information about what the bank is offering and what you can qualify for. Remember that the business line of credit, the requirements for a business line of credit are similar. They are identical to the requirements for a business loan. EIN only, of course. So everything from your business and business tax returns, your business bank statements, your financial statements like a balance sheet and P&L. P&L is the other name for income statements. P&L stands for profit and loss statements. Your business and personal credit score in some cases. All right. So this is what you need to have. You need to keep your options open. You need to explore your options. Step number 6, folks. Here, you need to prepare the loan application. The loan we're talking about here, the huge EIN business loan from Bank of America, if you want to prepare it now, the limit oscillates between 100,000 and in some cases $500,000. It depends on the relationship you have with Bank of America. It depends on the history of your relationship with Bank of America. It depends on your company's, it depends on the strength of your company's EIN. If you have a lethargic EIN, you're not going to get such a high amount as someone with a strong EIN. This just makes sense, right? So the loan application, the loan amounts here that we've seen on the website, on the Bank of America website, is from 10,000 to 100,000. However, as I've said, we know for a fact, and we've worked with other clients, we know that Bank of America can approve you for amounts all the way to $500,000. So the fixed rates are as low as 4.75%. The loan terms 12 to 60 months. There is an origination fee of $150 if approved. Okay, so this is the business advantage term loan that we're talking about here. Through this loan, you get lump sum working capital to help improve your business cash flow with no collateral required. Okay, this is an unsecured business loan. And this unsecured business loan feature low interest rates and convenient repayment terms. What are the qualifications? Bank of America wants you to have 2 years in business under existing ownership. This is why I was talking to you earlier about the fourth financial statements, something called a statement of owner's equity. This is one of the ways that Bank of America bankers are able to evaluate the existing ownership, whether or not they've been around for a while, because there are some movements. There should be some movements in that account, in that report, the statement of owner's equity. And so the first qualification is 2 years in business under existing ownership. And the second qualification is $100,000 in annual revenue. This is gross. This is not net income. This is revenue. So this amounts to less than 10 grand per month. You're talking probably 8,000, 8,500 per month. Okay, and those are the requirements. Now, if those are too stringent for you, you can also get a secured business loan from Bank of America, or you can get a secured business line of credit. Remember, they have the secured and unsecured lending options there. Step number 7, folks. Here you want to finalize and file. So after doing all these things, the stuff I spoke to you about, you want to meet your banker one last time. This is the occasion where you can have a deeper conversations about your business, about the amount that you might qualify for, right? Because if you've done everything correctly, you must have been in contact with that banker all along. So he or she would have told you how much approximately you could qualify for. So this is the time where you meet with your banker the last time. If you can't meet the person physically, it's okay, but you got to have that contact. Okay, you want to double check your business plan. A business plan is not a stagnant document. It is very dynamic. The business plan is really the epitome of your business, operationally speaking. Okay, so what we want to see here is that you want to make sure that your business plan reflects the latest figures that your company has put up in terms of revenue, in terms of assets, in terms of liability. This is why you got to have an updated set of financial statements also. Again, when we speak about Bank of America, they want to have a full set, a comprehensive set of financial statements. That means not only the 4 financial statements, but also the disclosures. Okay, the disclosures that accompany regular financial statements. So the 4 financial statements, just to remind you, include a balance sheet, a statement of owner's equity, a statement of cash flows, and a P&L, a profit and loss statement. You want to follow up. If your banker is asking you additional information, please follow up. Don't drag your feet, because this is really this is a sign of I would say a lack of professionalism here. And you don't want to ghost them. If they ask for additional info, get back to them ASAP. And you want to respond to requests for evidence. Those are customary in business loan applications, because sometimes the bankers want to have more information. They want to specify certain things. This is just how business is done. Okay, but again, if you've done everything the proper way all along, if you had conversations with the banker, he or she would have told you what is needed. So if you do the work upfront properly, you can minimize the work that you have to do post application. And this is the goal of today's conversation, really. All right, folks, this is the end of today's conversation. I was speaking to you about how to get a huge EIN only business loan from Bank of America with fair or bad credit. Step number 1, know Bank of America business loan options. Step number 2, you want to create a relationship. Step number 3, you want to meet with a banker. Step number 4, you want to get your act together. Step number 5, you want to explore your options. Step number 6, you want to prepare the loan application. And last but not the least, you want to finalize and file. Thank you so much for your attention, folks. I really appreciate it. I will see you next time. But until then, remember, stay marvelous.